UPSC Prelims 2019. Current Affairs Test Series. 10 tests equals 1000 MCQs. Detailed downloadable explanation. Comprehensive coverage of current affairs January 2018 to May 2019. Started the 1st of April 2019. 1499 rupees only inclusive of GST. Gautam Buddha or Siddhartha was a contemporary of Mahavira. Born 563 BC in a Shakya family in Lumbini, Nepal. At the age of 29, he left home. And at the age of 35 he attained enlightenment nirvana at Bodh Gaya under a peepal tree. From this time he began to be called the Buddha or the Enlightened. From this time onwards he began to be called the Buddha or the Enlightened. He gave his first sermon as the Buddha at Sarnath. This event was called Dharma Chakra Pravartana, turning the wheel of law. He passed away Mahaparinirvana at the age of 80 in 483 BC at a place called Kushinagar. The predecessor of Buddha under Buddhism was Kassapa Buddha and his successor will be Maitreya. 1. Buddhism. The three jewels, three witnesses embraced under Buddhism are Buddhate enlightened 1. Dhamma teachings of Buddha Samhita monastic order. 2. Concepts and philosophy under Buddhism. The basic tenets of Buddhism are explained through the four major noble truths. They are the truth of suffering, dukkha, the truth of the origin of suffering, samudaya. 3. The truth of the cessation of suffering, nirodha, the truth of the path to the cessation of suffering, magga. If one could get rid of desires and needs, then one could be free and at peace. This can be attained through following the Noble Eightfold Path. They include 1. Kind, truthful and right speech. 2. Honest, peaceful and right action. 3. To find the right livelihood which does not harm any being. 4. Right effort in cultivating self-control. 5. Right mindfulness. 6. Right meditation and concentrating on the meaning of life. 7. The worth of the sincere and intelligent man is through right thoughts. 8. One should avoid superstition and cultivate right understanding. 4. Buddhism rejects the authenticity of the Vedas, i.e. it does not accept it. It also rejects the concept of existence of soul, admin, unlike Jainism. 5. Once Buddha attained Mahaparinirvana at Kushinagar in 483 BC, there was a need to compile his teachings, and hence 4 Buddhist councils were held in a span of next 500 years to collate this material into Pitakas. 6. Buddhism. 1. The first Buddhist council was held at Rajagriha under the chairmanship of Mahakassapa immediately after the death of Buddha. Its purpose was to maintain the purity of the teachings of the Buddha. 2. The second Buddhist council was convened at Vaishali around 383 BC. 3. The third Buddhist council was held at Pataliputra under the patronage of Asoka. Moggalliputta Tissa presided over it. The final version of Tripitakas was completed in this council. 4. The fourth Buddhist council was convened in Kashmir by Kanishka under the chairmanship of Vasumitra. Ashwagosha participated in this council. The new school of Buddhism called Mahayana Buddhism came into existence during this council. The Buddhism preached by the Buddha and propagated by Asoka was known as Hinayana. The Buddhist texts were collected and compiled some 500 years after the death of the Buddha. They are known as the Tripitakas, namely the Sutta, the Vinaya and the Abhidhamma Pitakas. They are written in the Pali language. 7. 8 Mahayana Hinayana. They believed in an eternal Buddha who will live forever and is like a god who is unending. They considered Buddha to be mortal and his teachings were ethical values that defined the way humans should live. They followed the Bodhisattva concept of salvation of all conscious individual. Followed the Theravada doctrine, which emphasized the salvation of an individual. Buddhism. Bodhisattvas. Bodhisattva is the one who has generated bodhisatta, a spontaneous wish and a compassionate mind, to attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. It believes in universal liberation and is a concept under Mahayana Buddhism. Prominent Bodhisattvas. 1. Avalokiteshvara, one of the 3 protective deities around Buddha. He is described as holding lotus flower and is also known as Padmapani. The painting can be found at Ajanta caves. 2. Vajrapani, one of 3 protective deities around Buddha and is also depicted in Ajanta caves. Vajrapani is contemplated to manifest all the powers of Buddha as well as the power of all 5 Tathagatas. 3. Manjushri, he is associated with the wisdom of Buddha and is a male bodhisattva with a wielding sword in his hand. 4. Kisatigarba, he is depicted a Buddhist monk and took vow not to achieve Buddhahood till the hell is completely emptied. 9. Apart from Mahayana and Hinayana, there were other schools of Buddhism also. Theravada Buddhism, it refers to the school of elder monks. The school uses the Buddha's teaching preserved in the Pali canon. Vajrayana Buddhism, Tantric Buddhism, scholars contemplate that Vajrayana school developed as a result of royal court sponsoring both Buddhism and Shaivism, i.e., they say it was influenced by Hinduism. The main deity is Tara, a lady. 10. Buddhism. Question 1. Q. Which one of the following describes best the concept of nirvana in Buddhism? 2013. The extinction of the flame of desire. B. The complete annihilation of self. C. A state of bliss and rest. D. A mental stage beyond all comprehension. Answer A. Question 2. Q. The concept of Eightfold Path forms the theme of 1998. Dipavamsa. B. Divyavadana. C. Mahaparinirvana Sutta. D. Dharma Chakra Pravartana Sutta. Answer D. Question 3. Q. Who among the following presided over the Buddhist council held during the reign of Kanishka at Kashmir? 2001. Praswa. B. Nagarjuna. C. Sudrika. D. Vasumitra. Answer D. Question 4. Q. With reference to the religious history of India, consider the following statements. 2016. 1. The concept of Bodhisattva is central to Hinayana sect of Buddhism. 2. Bodhisattva is a compassionate one on his way to enlightenment. 3. Bodhisattva delays achieving his own salvation to help all sentient beings on their path to it. Which of the statements given above are correct? 1 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 2 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. Answer B. Question 5. Q. In the Mahayana Buddhism, the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara was also known as 1997. Vajrapani. B. Manjushri. C. Padmapani. D. Maitreya. Answer C. Question 6. Q. Lord Buddha's image is sometimes shown with the hand gesture called Bhumaspasha Mudra. It symbolizes 2012. Buddha's calling of the earth to watch over Mara and to prevent Mara from disturbing his meditation. B. Buddha's calling of the earth to witness his purity and chastity despite the temptations of Mara. C. Buddha's reminder to his followers that they all arise from the earth and finally dissolve into the earth, and thus this life is transitory. D. Both the statements A and B are correct in this context. Answer B. 1. Dharmachakra Mudra. It is also called as the gesture of teaching of the wheel of Dharma that describes one of the most important moments in the Buddha's life as he performed the Dharmachakra Mudra in his first sermon in Sarnath after he attained enlightenment. 2. Dhyan Mudra. It is also known as Samadhi or Yoga Mudra. It is performed with the help of two hands which are placed on the lap and place the right hand on the left hand with stretched fingers, thumbs facing upwards and other fingers of both the hand resting on each other. 3. Bhumaspasha Mudra. This gesture is also known as touching the earth, which represents the moment of the Buddha's awakening as he claims the earth is the witness of his enlightenment. 4. Varada Mudra. This mudra represents the offering, welcome, charity, giving, compassion and sincerity. 5. Karana Mudra. This gesture signifies the warding off evil which is performed by raising the index and the little finger and folding the other fingers. It helps in reducing sickness or negative thoughts. 6. Vajra Mudra. This gesture denotes the fiery thunderbolt that symbolizes the five elements, i.e. air, water, fire, earth and metal. 7. Vitarka Mudra. It signifies the discussion and transmission of the teachings of the Buddha. It is performed by joining the tips of the thumb and the index fingers together while keeping the other fingers straight. 8. Abhimudra. It is a gesture of fearlessness or blessing that represents the protection, peace, benevolence and dispelling of fear. 9. Uttarabodhi Mudra. This gesture denotes the supreme enlightenment through connecting oneself with divine universal energy. 10. Anjali Mudra. It is also called Namaskara Mudra or Hridayanjali Mudra that represents the gesture of greeting, prayer and adoration. 1. Question 7. Q. Which of the following kingdoms were associated with the life of the Buddha? 2014-2015. 1. Avanti. 2. Gandhara. 3. Koshila 4. Magadha. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1, 2 and 3, B, 2 and 3 only, C, 1, 3 and 4, D, 3 and 4 only, answer, D. Places visited by Buddha. The kingdoms he visited are Koshila and Magadha kingdom. The places visited under these two kingdoms include Kapilavastu, Rajviha, Vaishali, Gaya, Bodh Gaya, Sarnath, Kosambi, Shravasti, capital of Koshila kingdom, Kushinagar, Nalanda, Mathura, Varanasi, Saket, Champuri, etc. 1. Question 7. Question 8. Q. In which state is the Buddhist site Tabo Monastery located? 2009. Arunachal Pradesh, B. Himachal Pradesh, C. Sikkim. D. Uttarakhand, answer, B. Question 9. Q. With reference to Buddhist history, tradition and culture in India, consider the following pair sad face 2014. Famous shrine location. 1. Tabo Monastery and Temple Complex, Spiti Valley. 2. Lotsava Lekang Temple, Nako Zanskar Valley. 3. Alchi Temple Complex, Ladakh. Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? 1 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3, answer, C. Question 10. Q. Some Buddhist rock cut caves are called chatyas, while the others are called viharas. What is the difference between the two? 2013. A vihara is a place of worship, while chatya is the dwelling place of the monks. B. Chatya is a place of worship, while vihara is the dwelling place of the monks. C. Chatya is the stupa at the far end of the cave, while vihara is the hall axial to it. D. There is no material difference between the two. Answer, B. Question 11. Q. In ancient Indian Buddhist monasteries, a ceremony called the Pavarana used to be held. It was Day 2002. A occasion to elect the Sangha and two speakers, one on Dhamma and the other on Vinay. B. Confession by monks of their offences committed during the stay in the monasteries during the rainy season. C. Ceremony of initiation of new person into the Buddhist Sangha in which the head is shaved when yellow robes are offered. D. Gathering of Buddhist monks on the next day to the full moon day of Shraddha when they take up a fixed abode for the next 4 months of rainy season. Answer, B. Question 12. Q. What does Bodhayan theorem, Bodhayan Silva Sutra, relate to? 2008. Lengths of sides of a right angle triangle. B. Calculation of the value of pi. C. Logarithmic calculations. D. Normal distribution curve. Answer, A. The Bodhayana Sutras are a group of Vedic Sanskrit texts which cover dharma, daily ritual, mathematics, etc. They belong to the Taittiriya branch of the Krishna Yajurveda school and are among the earliest texts of the genre, perhaps compiled in the 8th to 6th centuries BCE. The Bodhayana Sutras consist of 6 texts. 1. The Sota Sutra. 2. The Kamanta Sutra. 3. The Dvaita Sutra. 4. The Griha Sutra. 5. The Dharma Sutra. 6. The Silva Sutra. The Bodhayana Silva Sutra is noted for containing several early mathematical results, including an approximation of the square root of 2 and the statement of a version of the Pythagorean theorem. 1. Question 12. Thank you. Our email at hello@civilstab.com. UPSC Civil Services Examination. Prelim Special. Previous year questions. Art and Culture. Buddhism and Jainism Part 2. UPSC Prelims 2019. Current Affairs Test Series. 10 tests equals 1000 MCQS. Detailed downloadable explanation. Comprehensive coverage of current affairs January 2018 to May 2019. Started the 1st of April 2019. 1,499 rupees only, inclusive of GST. The Jainas believed that their most important religious teacher Mahavira had 23 predecessors who were called Tirthankaras. First one was Vishnudev, born in Ayodhya, who was said to have laid the foundation of orderly human society and realized that the source of Jaina philosophy was Adinath. 23rd was Parshvanath, born in Varanasi, and last and 24th was Vardhamana Mahavira. Vardhaman Mahavira was born in 540 BC in a village near Vaishali. His father Siddhartha was the head of a famous Kshatriya clan, and his mother was named Trishala, sister of the Lichavi chief Chatika. Thus Mahavira's family was connected with the royal family of Magadha. He abandoned the world at age of 30 in the search of truth and became an ascetic. During the course of his long journey, it is said, he never changed his clothes for 12 years and abandoned them altogether at the age of 42 when he attained omniscience, Cavalier. Through Cavalier he conquered misery and happiness. Because of this happiness he is known as Mahavira or Jina, i.e. the conqueror, and his followers are known as Jainas. Some of the other titles given to him are Jaina or Jitendriya, i.e. one who conquers all his senses, and Nirvanta, or the one who is free from all bonds. He passed away at the age of 72 in 468 BC at a place called Pavapuri, near modern Rajgir. Anekantvat, the fundamental doctrine of Jainism emphasizes that the ultimate truth and reality is complex and has multiple aspects. Hence, there exists non-absolutism, that means no single, specific statement can describe the nature of existence and the absolute truth. 1. Jainism. Jaina teachings and philosophy. They believe that through three-jewel, fold, path of right belief, Samik Dharshana, right knowledge, Samik Dana, and right conduct, Samik Charita, one can get rid of the bad karma and also pull themselves out of the cycle of rebirth and achieve salvation. Jains need to follow these 5 constraints in life. 1. Ahimsa, non-violence. 2. Satya, truthfulness. 3. Aste, not stealing. 4. Aparigraha, non-acquisition. 5. Brahmacharya, chaste living. The fifth tenet was propounded by Mahavira. 12 small vows, anuvrats of Jainism. 5 anuvrats. 1. Avoiding injury to mobile beings which have 2 or more senses or resisting from deliberate acts of violence. 2. Truthfulness to avoid false statements out of extreme affection for someone or out of hatred for someone. 3. Refraining from taking anything not given. 4. Desisting from sexual relationship with anyone other than one's spouse. 5. Voluntarily limiting the possession of all forms of assets. 2. Jainism. Sectarian lists the following 8 auspicious symbols under Jainism. 1. Swastika. It signifies peace and well-being of the humans. 2. Nandyavartya. It is a large swastika with 9 endpoints. 3. Bhadrasana. A throne which is said to be sanctified by the Jainas' feet. 4. Shivasta. A mark which manifested on the Jan's chest and signified his pure soul. 5. Darpana. The mirror which reflects the inner self. 6. Vinayagula. A couple of fish which signifies the conquest over sexual urges. 7. Vardhamanaka. A shallow dish used as lamp which shows the increase in the wealth due in merit. 8. Kalasha. A pot filled with pure water signifying water. Note, the symbol hand with the wheel on the palm symbolizes ahimsa in Jainism. There is a word ahimsa written in the middle of it. 3. 4. The 7 supplementaries. 1. Refraining from movement beyond a limited area. 2. Restricting a movement to even a more limited area. 3. Refraining from wanton destruction of the environment by thought, word or deed. 4. Keeping aloof from a sinful conduct for a set period of time, observing samai. 5. Fasting on sacred days and observing special restrictions at secluded places. 6. Limiting the use of consumable and non-consumable goods. 7. Sharing your food or resources with guests or wandering ascetics. Jainism. Jainism has 2 major ancient sub-traditions. Digambara's subsects include Mulasang, original community, and Tirapati, Tirunpati and Bispanti. These 3 are modern communities. Svetambara's subsects include Thanakvasi and Murtipujaka. There are several other smaller sub-traditions that emerged in the 2nd millennium CE. Digambara school. Monks of the Digambara tradition do not wear clothes as the sect believes in complete nudity. Female monks wear unstitched plain white saris and are called nayakas. Digambaras follow all the 5 constraints, ahimsa, satya, aste, aparigraha and brahmacharya, as per the teachings of Mahavira, unlike Svetambaras. Bhadrabahu was an exponent of Digambara sect and he moved to Karnataka along with his disciples after predicting a long famine. Digambara Jains believe that women can't be Tirthankaras and that Malli was a man. Svetambara school. Svetambaras follow the preachings of Prashvanatha, i.e. they believe in only 4 restraints, except brahmacharya, to be followed to attain Kavalya. Svetambara believed that the 23rd and 24th Tirthankara did marry, unlike thought by Digambara. Stulabhadra was a great exponent of the school and stayed in Magadha unlike Bhadrabahu who went to Karnataka. 5. Jainism. Spread of Jainism. The spread of Jainism in Karnataka is attributed to Chandragupta Maurya, 322-298 BC. He became a Jaina, gave up his throne and spent the last years of his life as a Jaina ascetic. The second cause of the spread of Jainism in South India is said to be the great famine that took place in Magadha. In order to protect themselves, many Jaina went south under the leadership of Bhadrabahu. Jainism spread to Kalinga in Orissa in 4th century BC and in the 1st century BC, it enjoyed the patronage of the Kalinga king Kharavela. In later centuries, Jainism penetrated Malwa, Gujarat and Rajasthan. 6. Admitted both women and Shudras in its order of followers. Used Prakrit common language for preaching instead of Sanskrit. First Jan council was held at Pataliputra led by Stalbahu and second was held at Vallabhi where 12 anagas of Svetambas were finally compiled. 7. Contribution of Jainism. First serious attempt to mitigate evil of Varna system in ritualistic Vedic system. Jainas composed earliest important work in Apabhramsha and prepared its first grammar. Jainism also contributed to the growth of Kannada. Bushdis, Jain's monastic establishments. Jainism religious literature is written in Ardhamagadi and texts were finally compiled at Vallabhi, Gujarat. 8. Jainism. Question 1. Q. The concept of Anuvrata was advocated by 1995. Mahayana Buddhism. B. Hinayana Buddhism. C. Jainism. D. The Lokayukt school. Answer C. Question 2. Q. Assertion A. The emphasis of Jainism on non-violence, ahimsa, prevented agriculturalists from embracing Jainism. Reason R. Cultivation involved killing of insects and pests. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 2000. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. Answer A. Question 3. Q. With reference to ancient Jainism, which one of the following statements is correct? 2004. Jainism was spread in South India under the leadership of Stulabahu. B. The Jainas who remained under the leadership of Bhadrabahu were called Shvetambas after they. Council held at Pataliputra. C. Jainism enjoyed the patronage of the Kalinga king Kharavela in the 1st century BC. D. In the initial stage of Jainism, the Jainas worshipped images unlike Buddhists. Answer C. Question 4. Q. Which of the following statements are applicable to Jain doctrine? 2013. 1. The surest way of annihilating karma is to practice penance. 2. Every object, even the smallest particle, has a soul. 3. Karma is the bunay of the soul and must be ended. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. 1 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. Answer D. Question 5. Q. The Jain philosophy holds that the world is created and maintained by 2011. Universal law. B. Universal truth. C. Universal faith. D. Universal soul. Answer A. Question 6. Q. Anekantvad is a core theory in philosophy of which one of the following? 2009. Buddhism. B. Jainism. C. Sikhism. D. Vaishnavism. Answer B. Question 7. Q. With reference to the religious practices in India, the Sthanavasi sect belongs to 2018. Buddhism. B. Jainism. C. Vaishnavism. D. Shaivism. Answer B. Question 8. Q. Mahamastakabhisheka, a great religious event, is associated with and done for who of the following? 2009. Bahubali. B. Buddha. C. Mahavira. D. Nataraj. Answer A. Mahamastakabhisheka. The word Mahamastakabhisheka is a combination of 3 words viz. Maha, great, Mastaka, head, and Abhisheka, anointing, which literally means the head anointing ceremony. The ceremony is called Mahamastakabhisheka, also referred as grand consecration, and not Mastakabhisheka because the ceremony is performed only once in 12 years. The Mahamastakabhisheka Mahotsava is an anointing ceremony of the statue of Lord Bahubali. Lord Bahubali. Lord Bahubali was the son of Lord Rishabhnath, who was the first of the 24 Jain Tirthankaras. Jain mythology holds that Bahubali is the one who succeeded in attaining liberty from worldly desires through a long period of sustained meditation. The sculpture of Lord Bahubali is in upright posture of meditation known as Kyozaga, which stands for renunciation, self-control and subjugation of the ego as a reflection of his life. This is the Digambara form of Bahubali which represents complete victory over earthly desires and needs, which forms the edifice for spiritual ascent towards divinity. 1. Question 8. To this year, 2019, Mahamastakabhisheka Mahotsava was observed from February 9th to February 18th. This is the fourth Mahamastakabhisheka of Lord Bahubali since its installation in 1982. Earlier were performed in 1982, 1995, and in 2007 in Dharmasthala. Question 9. Q. Which one of the following is not a part of early Jaina literature? 1996. A Theorigata, B. Ekaringa Sutra, C. Sutrakritinga, D. Brihatkalpa Sutra. Answer A. Question 10. Q. Consider the following statements. 2003. 1. Vardhaman Mahavira's mother was the daughter of Lichavi chief Chitika. 2. Gautam Buddha's mother was a princess from the Koshalan dynasty. 3. Pushpanatha, the 23rd Tirthankara, belonged to Banaras. Which of these statements are correct? Only 1, B. Only 2, C. 2 and 3, D. 1, 2 and 3. Answer C. Question 11. Q. Which of the following be common to both Buddhism and Jainism? 1996. 1. Avoidance of extremities of penance and enjoyment. 2. Indifference to the authority of the Vedas. 3. Denial of efficacy of rituals. 4. Non-injury to animal life. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. 1, 2, 3 and 4, B. 2, 3 and 4, C. 1, 3 and 4, D. 1 and 2. Answer D. Question 12. Q. With reference to the history of ancient India, which of the following was common to both Buddhism and Jainism? 2012. 1. Avoidance of extremities of penance and enjoyment. 2. Indifference to the authority of the Vedas. 3. Denial of efficacy of rituals. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. 1 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. Answer D. Thank you. Our email is hello@civilstab.com. UPSC Civil Services Examination. Prelim Special. Previous year questions. Art and culture. Religious movements and festivals. Topic-wise analysis of last 23 years art and culture questions. Chapter number of questions. Architecture 19, literature 13, paintings and handicrafts 7, music, dance and theatre 19, Buddhism and Jainism 24, religious movements and festivals 12, schools of philosophy 2, miscellaneous 10. UPSC Prelims 2019. Current Affairs Test Series. 10 tests equals 1000 MCQS. Detailed downloadable explanation. Comprehensive coverage of current affairs January 2018 to May 2019. Started the 1st of April 2019. 1499 rupees only inclusive of GST. Origin. Southern parts of India, especially Tamil Nadu, between 7th and 12th century. Later it slowly percolated to the northern belt by the end of 12th century. In South India, there were two main groups of Bhakti saints. Nenars, Shiva devotees, and Elvars, Vishnu devotees, who preached devotion to God as a means of salvation and disregarded the austerities preached by Buddhism and Jainism. They spoke and wrote in vernaculars like Tamil and Telugu so that the common people could easily read and recite it. 1. Bhakti movement. The Bhakti saints were divided into two schools depending on the way they imagined God. Nirguna school, they imagined God as formless with no attributes or quality. They are more focused on acquiring knowledge. They rejected the scriptures and condemned every form of idol worship. The prominent figures of the school of thought were Kabir, Guru Nanak and Dadu Dayal. Saguna school, they thought of God as having a definite form, quality and positive attributes, and the God manifests himself in incarnations such as Rama and Krishna. His spirit is to be found in the idols and images worshipped at home and in temples. They accept the spiritual authority of the Vedas and the need of a human guru as mediator between God and his devotee. Ramanuja, Ramananda and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu belonged to the school of thought. 2. The Bhakti saints translated works of Sanskrit into the local languages so that they could be accessed by the masses. This made the work accessible to a wider audience. Notable examples of this trend. Hindi, Kabir, Surdas, Tulsidas etc. Marathi, Janadeva, Namdev etc. Bengali, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Chandiras. Rajasthani, Braj, Mirabai, Bihari etc. Punjabi, Guru Nanak. Kashmiri, Lalla Assamese, Shankardeva. 3. Important Bhakti saints in India. Ramanuja, exponent of Vaishnavism. Nimbarka, founder of Dvaitaveda. Radhakrishna devotee Madhvacharya, founder of Dvaitaveda. He was the critic of Adi Shankaracharya's philosophy of Advaitavada. Surdas, he was a famous poet and worshipper of Lord Krishna. He wrote Sursagar and Sursuravali, which describe Krishna's childhood. 4. Bhakti movement. Vallabhacharya, founder of Suddhavita, non-dualism, and his philosophy is known as Pushti Marg. He also founded a school called Rudra Sampradaya. Guru Nanak, he was the proponent of Nirguna school. His teachings can be found in Guru Granth Sahib. Kabir Das, he was a disciple of Ramananda. He was a Nirguna saint and openly criticized the orthodox ideas of major religions like Hinduism and Islam. He strongly criticized the discriminatory caste system, especially untouchability. His poems are called Bani's utterances. His works are compiled in the famous book Vijik. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was an ardent Krishna devotee and popularized the chanting of Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. He made famous the practice of worshipping Radha and Krishna together. He gave the Achinte Bheda philosophy. He wrote Sikshastakam, a text in Sanskrit, where he elaborated his philosophy. Shankardeva, he was the one who popularized Vaishnavism in Assam. He started the Ekasarana movement, Neo-Vaishnavites movement. His most famous work is Kirtan Ghosha. Mirabai, she was a princess born into a royal family of Pali, Rajasthan. Mirabai was an ardent devotee of Lord Krishna and regarded Krishna as her lover. 5. Bhakti movement. Dadu Dayal, he was a follower of Kabir and he believed that God does not belong to any particular religion or sect. He was a contemporary of the Mughal emperor Akbar and it is said that Akbar respected him. His followers later founded the Dadu Panth. Ramananda, worshipper of Rama. He composed his teachings in Hindi. First Bhakti saint to propagate his message in Hindi. He is considered as the bridge between the Bhakti movement of South and North. His disciples included Kabir, Weaver, Ravidas, Cobbler, Sena, Babak, Dhanna, Peasant, Sadhana, Butcher, Narhari, Goldsmith, and Peepak, Rajput Prince. Narsin Mehta, he was a Gujarati poet and belonged to the Vaishnavite sect. His most famous bhajan is Vaishnava Janatu, which was often sung by Mahatma Gandhi. Guru Ghasidas, he was a famous saint from Chhattisgarh and he established the Sidnami community there. He was a monotheist and was against idol worship. 6. Other famous saints of Bhakti cult. Gyaneshwar, Janandeva, Namdev, Eknath, Tukaram, Ramdas. 7. Bhakti movement. Question 1. Q. Consider the following statements. 2014. 1. Bijik is a composition of the teachings of Saint Dadu Dayal II. The philosophy of Pushti Marg was propounded by Madhavacharya. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. Answer D. Question 2. Q. Among the following, who was not a proponent of Bhakti cult? 2010. A. Nagarjuna. B. Tukaram. C. Tyagaraja. D. Vallabhacharya. Answer A. Question 3. Q. Consider the following Bhakti saints. 2013. 1. Dadu Dayal. 2. Guru Nanak. 3. Tyagaraja. Who among the above was for preaching when the Lodi dynasty fell and Babur took over? A. 1 and 3. B. 2 only. C. 2 and 3. D. 1 and 2. Answer B. Question 4. Q. Match list I with list 2 and select the correct answer using the codes given below the lists. 2001. List I. Bhakti Saint. List 2. Profession. A. Namdev 1. Baba B. Kabir 2. Weaver C. Ravidas 3. Taylor D. Sena 4. Cobbler. A. B. C. D. A. 2314. B. 3241. C. 3214. D. 2341. Answer B. Question 5. Q. Who among the following was the first Bhakti Saint to use Hindi for the propagation of his message? 2002. A. Dadu. B. Kabir. C. Ramananda. D. Tulsidas. Answer. C. In beginning of 12 AD, some religious people in Persia turned to asceticism due to the increasing materialism of the caliphate. They came to be called the Sufis. Characteristics. The Sufis tried to purify their inner self by rigid introspection and mental struggle so as to remove even the smallest sign of selfishness and attain, at last, absolute purity. Sufism strictly followed the concept of Pir Murshidi, Guru Shishya tradition. Sufis emphasized that Islamic knowledge should be learned from teachers and not exclusively from books. The essential characteristics of Sufism are: Fana, spiritual merger of devotee with Allah. Insan-e-Kamil, perfect human with all good virtues. Zikr Toba, remembrance of God all the time. Zikr. Wahdatul Wujudi, one God for entire universe, unity of God and being. Sama, spiritual dance and music to promote their concepts, though music is un-Islamic. The early Sufis were not only ascetics but also lived a life of voluntary poverty, shunning all types of worldly pleasures. 1. Sufism movement. According to some historians, there are 3 stages in the history of Sufism. First stage, Khanka, 10th century, also called the Age of Golden Mysticism. Second stage, Tarika, 11 to 14th century, when Sufism was being institutionalized and traditions and symbols started being attached to it. Third stage, Tarifa, 15th century onwards, the stage when Sufism became a popular movement. 2. Sufism movement. The basic tenets of Sufism included the concept of purity. Sufism became the process of purification of hearts, tasfiyat al-qulub, which means a rigorous ethical discipline based on meditative exercises. There are many terms for the teacher and guide like Pir or Sheikh, whose main task was to transmit the teachings to the student, i.e. the Murad. Chief disciples are chosen to act as the successor, Khalifa, or representative, Muqaddam, of the master. 3. The Sufis came to be organized into orders or silsilas. N.I. Ekbari mentions a dozen silsilas. They were divided into Beshara and Bashara. The Beshara did not believe in Sharia. They came to be called masked calendars, Malangs, Adris. These wandering saints were commonly known as Babas. The Bashara Sufis followed the law of Islam, i.e. Sharia, and the silsila, continuity, founded by one saint, was continued by his disciples. There were 12 such silsilas. They include silsilas like Chishti, Suravardi, Firdausi, Qadriya, Naqshbandi, etc. 4. Chishti Silsila. Founded by Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti. It began in Chist, a small town near Herat in Afghanistan in 930 AD. Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti established his Khanka in Ajmer to work for the poorest sections of the society. Their philosophy was based on the concept of pantheistic monoism, i.e. Wahdatul Wujud, which is very similar to the Vedantic philosophy. Some renowned Sufi saints. Kutubuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki, he was the direct disciple of Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti. Politics was so deeply interlinked with religion that Kutubuddin Aibak started building the Qutub Minar in his memory. Later, Sultan Iltutmish dedicated the architectural marvel to his saint, Khwaja Kutubuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki. Fariduddin Ganshikar, he is popularly known as Baba Farid and propagated Sufism mainly in the Punjab region. Sheikh Nizamuddin Aulia became his disciple at the young age of 20. He also believed that devotional music was one way of coming close to God. Sheikh Nizamuddin Aulia, known as Mahmud Ilahi, he believed in drawing close to God through renunciation of the world and service to humanity. Amir Khusrau was his most famous disciple. Sheikh Nasiruddin Mahmud, he was given the title Chirag-e-Dilli or Lamp of Delhi. Sheikh Hamiduddin of Nagaur, he was given the title of Sultan-e-Takin, and he translated many Persian books into Hindi. Sheikh Burhanuddin Garib laid the foundation of Chishti community in South India. The next important figure for Sufis in the Deccan was Sayyid Muhammad Hosani Ji Sudaras, 1321-1422. 5. Sufism movement. Suravardi Silsila. The Silsila was founded by Sheikh Shihabuddin Suravardi in Baghdad, but it was established in India by Sheikh Bahauddin Zakaria, 1182-1262, who was given the title of Sheikh Wisdom by Iltutmish. He opened his first Khanka in Multan. Qadriya Silsila. Its founder was Abdul Qadir Gilani, Pir Distagir. Shah Namatullah introduced the Silsila in India. It became popular in Punjab, ASP, Sindh. Urdu poets Hasrat Mohani and Muhammad Iqbal belonged to this order. Naqshbandi Silsila. The Naqshbandi order was established by Khwaja Bahauddin Naqshbandi in India. The most popular saint of the Silsila was Sheikh Ahmad Sarandi. He gave himself the title of Mujaddid Ali Safani, or the reformer of the new millennium. Shiftari Silsila. It was established by Sheikh Sirajuddin Abdullah Shiftar and became popular in Malwa, Jaunpur and Bengal. Tansen, the legendary musician of Akbar's court, was also a follower of this order. Kubrawiya order. It was found by Sheikh Nadijam Eddin Kubra in modern Uzbekistan. It remained confined to these areas and it did not undergo any major expansion. It is also known as Ferdowsiya Silsila and is popular in eastern India, Bangladesh and Mauritius. 6. Sufism movement. Question 6. Q. With reference to the religious history of medieval India, the Sufi mystics were known to pursue which of the following practices? 2012. 1. Meditation and control of breath. 2. Severe ascetic exercises in a lonely place. 3. Recitation of holy songs to arouse a state of ecstasy in their audience. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. 1 and 2 only, B. 2 and 3 only, C. 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3 answer, D. Question 7. Q. The Sufi saint who maintained that devotional music was one way of coming close to God was 1996. Muinuddin Chishti. B. Baba Farid. C. Syed Muhammad Jasudaras. D. Shah Alam Bukhari. Answer, B. Question 8. Q. Consider the following statements. 1997. Assertion A. The sponsor and the most prominent figure of the Chishti order of the Sufis in India is Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti. Reason R. The Chishti order takes its name from a village Chishti in Ajmer. In the context of the above two statements, which one of the following is correct? Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. Answer. C. Question 9. Q. With reference to Sufism in Indian history, consider the following statements. 2002. 1. Sheikh Ahmed Sarandi was a contemporary of Ibrahim Lodi. 2. Sheikh Nasiruddin Chagai Delavi was a disciple of Sheikh Nizamuddin Aulia. 3. Aurangzeb was a contemporary of Sheikh Salim Chishti. 4. The Qadiri order of Sufis was first introduced in India by Sheikh Ni'matullah and Makhdum Muhammad Jilani. Which of these statements are correct? 1 and 2, B, 1 and 3, C, 2 and 3, D, 2 and 4. Answer, D. Question 10. Q. Chibichurkut is a festival celebrated in the state of 2002. Arunachal Pradesh, B, Assam. C, Mizoram. D, Sikkim. Answer, C. Question 11. Q. Consider the following pairs. 2018 tradition state. 1. Chapchakut Festival, Mizoram. 2. Komjong Parba Ballad, Manipur 3. Tamta Dance, Sikkim. Which of the pairs given above are correct? 1 only, B, 1 and 2, C, 3 only, D, 2 and 3. Answer, B. Question 12. Q. Consider the following pairs. 2017 traditions communities. 1. Chiliha Sahib Festival, Sindhis. 2. Nanda Raj Jat Yatra, Gond 3. Varivarkari Santals. Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? 1 only, B, 2 and 3 only, C, 1 and 3 only. D. None of the above. Answer, A. Chiliha Sahib is the festival of the Sindhis which involves devotees fasting for days. The Nanda Devi Jat is celebrated every year in the Nanda Devi temple spread across Garhwal and Kumaon. The festival commences on the day earmarked for the Devi's visit to her mighty or parents' home and culminates with the return to her husband's home. This tradition is beautifully expressed in the folk songs of Uttarakhand. Pundarpur Wari or Wari is an annual pilgrimage to Pundarpur, the seat of the god Vithoba in Maharashtra, in honor of the deity. Palakis carrying the Paduka, footprints of various saints, most notably Ganeshwar and Tukaram from the Warkari sect, taken from their respective shrines to Pundarpur. 1. Question. Thank you. Our email is hello@civilstab.com. UPSC Civil Services Examination. Prelim Special. Previous year questions. Art and Culture. Schools of Philosophy. Topic-wise analysis of last 23 years art and culture questions. Chapter number of questions. Architecture 19, Literature 13, Paintings and Handicrafts 7, Music, Dance and Theatre 19, Buddhism and Jainism 24, Religious Movements and Festivals 6, Schools of Philosophy 2, Miscellaneous 10. UPSC Prelims 2019. Current Affairs Test Series. 10 tests equals 1000 MCQS. Detailed downloadable explanation. Comprehensive coverage of current affairs January 2018 to May 2019. Started the 1st of April 2019. 1,499 rupees only, inclusive of GST. Heterodox schools. They do not believe in the originality of the Vedas and question the existence of God. They are divided into 5 major sub-schools: Jain, Buddhist, Ajivika, Ajnana, and Kavaka. Orthodox schools. This school believed that Vedas were the supreme revealed scriptures that hold the secrets to salvation. They did not question the authenticity of the Vedas. They had 6 sub-schools that were called the Shada Darshana. Schools of philosophy. The 6 major sub-schools of the Orthodox school are: Samkhya school. Founded by Kapil Muni. This is the oldest school of philosophy. The word Samkhya or Sankhya literally means count. In Samkhya school, it has been argued that salvation could be attained through the acquisition of knowledge. Lack of knowledge is also supposed to be the root cause for the misery of man. The school believed in dualism or Dvaitavada, i.e. the soul and the matter are separate entities. This concept is the basis of all real knowledge. This knowledge can be acquired through 3 main concepts. Pratyaksha, perception. Anumana, inference. Shabda, hearing. 1. The final philosophy argued that Prakriti and Purusha are the basis of reality and they are absolute and independent. As Purusha is closer to the attributes of a male, it is associated with the consciousness and cannot be changed or altered. Conversely, the Prakriti consists of 3 major attributes: thought, movement and transformation. These attributes make it closer to the physiognomy of a woman. Yoga school. The yoga school literally means the union of 2 major entities. They argue that human being can achieve salvation by combining meditation and physical application of yogic techniques. It is argued that these techniques lead to the release of the Purusha from the Prakriti and would eventually lead to salvation. This origin of yoga and the school have been expounded in the Yoga Sutra of Patanjali that is attributed tentatively to the 2nd century BCE. 2. The physical aspect of the school deals primarily with exercises and various postures that are also called asana. There are several types of breathing exercises that are called pranayams, other means of achieving mukti or freedom are: Yama, practicing self-control; Niyama, observation of the rules governing one's life. Schools of philosophy. Pratyahara, choosing an object. Dharana, fixing the mind. Dhyan, concentrating on the above-mentioned chosen object. Samadhi, it is the merging of the mind and the object that leads to the final dissolution of the self. Nyaya school. As the name of the school suggests, they believe in the technique of logical thinking to achieve salvation. Furthermore, they argue that acquiring real knowledge can only accrue salvation. This school of thought was supposed to be founded by Gautam, who is also identified as the author of the Nyaya Sutra. They argue that by using logical tools like inference, hearing and analogy, a human being could verify the truth of a proposition or statement. 3. Vaisheshika school. The Vaisheshika school believes in the physicality of the universe and is considered to be the realistic and objective philosophy that governs the universe. The Kannada, who also wrote the basic text governing the Vaisheshika philosophy, is often considered the founder of the school. They argue that everything in the universe was created by the 5 main elements: fire, air, water, earth and ether, sky. These material elements are also called dravya. 4. Schools of philosophy. As the school has a very scientific approach, they also developed the atomic theory, i.e. all material objects are made of atoms. The school was also responsible for the beginning of physics in Indian subcontinent. They are considered to be the propounders of the mechanical process of formation of this universe. On the subject of God, even though they argue for scientific thinking, they believe in God and consider him the guiding principle. Mimsa school, Purva Mimsa. The word Mimsa literally means the art of reasoning, interpretation and application. The school focuses on the analysis of the texts of Samhita and Brahmana that are portions of the Vedas. They argue that the Vedas contain the eternal truth and they are the repositories of all knowledge. If one has to attain religious merit, acquire heaven and salvation, they would have to fulfill all the duties which are prescribed by the Vedas. One's actions were responsible for their merits and demerits, and a person would enjoy the bliss of heaven as long as their meritorious acts lasted. 5. The texts that describe the Mimsa philosophy in detail are the Sutras of Jaimini, which were supposedly composed in the 3rd century BCE. Further inroads into the philosophy were made by two of their greatest proponents, Sabarswami and Kumarila Bhatta. The main focus of this philosophy was on the ritualistic part of the Vedas, i.e. to achieve salvation one has to perform the Vedic rituals. Schools of philosophy. Vedanta school, Uttar Mimsa. Vedanta is made of two words Veda, and i.e. the end of the Vedas. This school upholds the philosophies of life as elaborated in the Upanishads. The oldest text that formed the basis of this philosophy was Brahmasutra of Badrayana that was written and compiled in 2nd century BCE. The philosophy propounded that Brahma is the reality of life and everything else is unreal or Maya. Furthermore, the Atma or the consciousness of self is similar to the Brahma. This argument equalizes Atma and Brahma, and if the person attains the knowledge of the self, he would automatically understand Brahma and would achieve salvation. But the philosophy evolved in the 9th century AD through the philosophical intervention of Shankaracharya, who wrote commentaries on the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita. His changes led to the development of the Advaita Vedanta. Another major philosopher of the school was Ramanujan, who wrote in the 12th century AD. The Vedanta theory also gave credence to the theory of karma. They believed in the theory of Punarjanama or rebirth. 6. Schools of philosophy. Heterodox schools. Schools that do not accept the authority of Vedas are by definition unorthodox Nastika systems. The following schools belong to heterodox schools of Indian philosophy. Kavaka school. It is characterized as a materialistic and aesthetic school of thought. Accepted direct perception is the surest method to prove the truth of anything. Insists on joyful living. Also known as Lokayata, Kavaka is a materialistic school of thought. Its founder was Kavaka, author of the Brihaspatya Sutras in the final centuries BC. 7. Ajivika school. The Ajivikas may simply have been a more loosely organized group of wandering ascetics, shramanas or sannyasins. Some of its prominent figures were Makhali Goshala and Sanjay Belitaputta. This was an ascetic movement of the Mahajanapura period in the Indian subcontinent. The Ajivikas supposedly held that the affairs of the entire universe were ordered by a cosmic force called Niyati, rule, or destiny, that determined all events, including an individual's fate, to the last detail, and that barred personal efforts to change or accelerate improvement toward one's spiritual destiny. As a result of the static and melancholy view of the human condition, the Ajivikas practiced austerities rather than pursue any purposeful goal. 8. Schools of philosophy. Ajnana school. Ajnana was one of the Nastika or heterodox schools of ancient Indian philosophy and the ancient school of radical Indian skepticism. It was a Sramana movement and a major rival of early Buddhism and Jainism. They have been recorded in Buddhist and Jain texts. They held that it was impossible to obtain knowledge of metaphysical nature or ascertain the truth value of philosophical propositions, and even if knowledge was possible, it was useless and disadvantageous for final salvation. They were specialized in refutation without propagating any positive doctrine of their own. 9. Schools of philosophy. Schools of philosophy. Schools of philosophy features. Samkhya focus on achieving salvation through acquisition of knowledge. Believe in dualism, soul and matter are separate. Yoga achieves salvation by combining meditation and physical application of yogic techniques. Nyaya believe in the technique of logical thinking to achieve salvation. Vaisheshika, the Vaisheshika school, believes in the physicality of the universe and is considered to be the realistic and objective philosophy that governs the universe. Mimsa, Purva Mimsa. They argue that the Vedas contain the eternal truth and they are the repositories of all knowledge. Believe in karma. Vedanta, Uttar Mimsa. The philosophy propounds that Brahma is the reality of life and everything else is unreal or Maya. Furthermore, the Atma or the consciousness of self is similar to the Brahma. Kavaka, materialistic and aesthetic school of thought, insists on living joyfully. Ajivika, it held that the affairs of the entire universe were ordered by a cosmic force called Niyati, rule, or destiny, that determined all events, including an individual's fate. It was impossible to obtain knowledge of metaphysical nature or ascertain the truth value. Question 1. Q. With reference to the history of philosophical thought in India, consider the following statements regarding Sankhya School, 2013. 1. Sankhya does not accept the theory of rebirth or transmigration of soul. 2. Sankhya holds that it is the self-knowledge that leads to liberation and not any exterior influence or agent. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. Answer B. Question 2. Q. Which one of the following pairs does not form part of the 6 systems of Indian philosophy? 2014. A. Mimsa and Vedanta. B. Nyaya and Vaisheshika. C. Lokayata and Kapilika. D. Sankhya and Yoga. Answer C. Question 3. Q. According to Mimsa system of philosophy, liberation is possible by means of 1995. A. Jnana. B. Bhakti. C. Yoga. D. Karma. Answer D. Thank you. Our email is hello@civilstab.com. UPSC Civil Services Examination. Prelim Special. Previous year questions. Art and Culture. Miscellaneous. Topic-wise analysis of last 23 years art and culture questions. Chapter number of questions. Architecture 19, Literature 13, Paintings and Handicrafts 7, Music, Dance and Theatre 19, Buddhism and Jainism 24, Religious Movements and Festivals 12, Schools of Philosophy 2, Miscellaneous 10. UPSC Prelims 2019. Current Affairs Test Series. 10 tests equals 1000 MCQS. Detailed downloadable explanation. Comprehensive coverage of current affairs January 2018 to May 2019. Started the 1st of April 2019. 1499 rupees only, inclusive of GST. A calendar is a system of organizing days for social, religious, commercial or administrative purposes. In India, various systems of time reckoning have come into vogue at different times to mark the commencement of New Year's. The system adopted to frame calendars across various regions of India belong to any of the following 3 types. 1. Solar system. It represents the time taken by the Earth while revolving in its orbit around the Sun. The solar year, 12 months minus 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes and 46 seconds. 2. Lunar system. The lunar year, like the solar year, consists of 12 months or lunations. However, each lunation as a syndic month is measured by the period falling between 2 successive full moons or new moons. Since a lunar month varies from 29.26 to 29.80 days, it gives a period of 354 days, necessarily short of 11 days to the solar year. 3. Lunisolar system. Here the year is calculated by the solar cycle and the months by the lunar divisions as in the Hindu calendars, the adjustment between the two being brought about by intercalation and suppression of days and months. 1. Calendar. 2. The 2 pikshas of fortnights on the lunar calendar are Shukla Piksha, the bright half, which starts with the day following the new moon. Krishna Piksha, the dark half, which starts with the day following the full moon. The lunar day is called Tithi or Vasara, whereas the solar day is called Divasa. Classification of Indian forms, Vikram Samvat. Started 56 BC, 56 years before the Christian era. Established by King Vikramaditya of Ujjain to commemorate his victory over the Sakya rulers. Type, lunar calendar based on ancient Hindu calendar. Year, 12 months, Chaitra, Vaishakha, Jyeshta, Ashada, Sravana, Bhadrapada, Asvina, Kartika, Margashish, Posha, Magha and Falguna. Days, 354 days. The calendar is 56.7 years ahead of the solar Gregorian calendar. Sakya Samvat. Started, 78 AD. Type, both solar and lunar. Year, months and name of months are same as Vikram Samvat. Days, 365 days. Sakya calendar has a year with a fixed number of days in each month. Sakya calendar begins on the 22nd of March every year except in Gregorian leap years when it starts on the 21st of March. The Sakya calendar used as the official civil calendar in the country is the national calendar of India. It came into use from March 22, 1957 according to the Gregorian calendar which was actually Chaitra 1, 1879 according to the Sakya Samvat. 3. Calendar. Hijri calendar, Islamic calendar. Started 622 CE, commemorate Prophet Muhammad Hijrat from Makkah to Medina. Type, lunar. Year, 12 months, Muharram, Safa, Rabi al-Awwal, Rabi al-Thani, Jumada al-Ula, Jumada al-Akhira, Rajab, Shaban, Ramadan, Shawwal, Dhu al-Qada, Dhu al-Hijjah. Days 354 days. It falls short of 1 year every 33 years compared to the Gregorian calendar which is based on solar year. Gregorian calendar. Established by, based on the founder of Christianity, Jesus Christ. Type, solar. Days, 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes and 4 seconds. Year starts from the 1st of January. Since these extra hours could not be included in the calendar for year, the device of intercalation was adopted and the system of adding 1 day every 4 years to the month of February came into vogue. The year under this calendar form is known as a civil year. 4. 5. The Zoroastrian calendar era commenced from 632 AD and the Parsis have 2 new years, viz. Jamshedi Navroz, corresponding with the equinox on March 21st, and the New Year or the Pateti, which falls on August 31st Street. Calendar. Question 1. Q. Consider the following statements. 2004. 1. The Islamic calendar is 12 days shorter than the Gregorian calendar. 2. The Islamic calendar began in AD 632 3. The Gregorian calendar is a solar calendar. Which of the statements given above are correct? 1 only, B, 1 and 2, C, 1 and 3, D, 3 only answer, D. Question 2. Q. Chaitra 1 of the national calendar based on the Sakya era corresponds to which one of the following dates of the Gregorian calendar in a normal year of 365 days? 2014. The 22nd of March or the 21st of March, B, the 15th of May or the 16th of May, C, the 31st of March or the 30th of March, D, the 21st of April or the 20th of April, answer, A. Question 3. Q. The Archaeological Survey of India is an attached office of the Department, Ministry of 2004. Culture. B. Tourism. C. Science and Technology. D. Human Resource Development, answer, A. The Archaeological Survey of India is an Indian government agency attached to the Ministry of Culture that is responsible for archaeological research and the conservation and preservation of cultural monuments in the country. It was founded in 1861 by Alexander Cunningham, who also became its first Director General. 1. Question 2. The first systematic research into the subcontinent's history was conducted by the Asiatic Society, which was founded by the British Indologist William Jones on the 15th of January 1784. Notable among its early members was Charles Wilkins, who published the first English translation of the Bhagavad Gita in 1785 with the patronage of the then Governor-General of India, Warren Hastings. However, the most important of the Society's achievements was the decipherment of the Brahmi script by James Prinsep in 1837. This successful decipherment inaugurated the study of Indian paleography. 2. Question 4. Q. Which one of the following pairs is correctly matched? 1996. Guru Amar Das, Miri and Piri, B. Guru Arjan Dev, Adi Granth, C. Guru Ram Das, Dal Khalsa, D. Guru Gobind Singh, Manji, answer, B. Sikhism is a religion that originated in the Punjab region in the northern part of the Indian subcontinent around the end of the 15th century and has variously been defined as monotheistic, monastic and panentheistic. Sikhism is based on the spiritual teachings of Guru Nanak, the first Guru, 1469-1539, and the 9 Sikh Gurus that succeeded him. The 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh, named the 6th scripture Guru Granth Sahib as his successor, terminating the line of human gurus and making the scripture the eternal, religious spiritual guide for Sikhs. 1. Sikhism. Guru Nanak, Guru Angad Dev, Guru Amar Das, Guru Ram Das, Guru Arjan Dev, Guru Har Gobind, Guru Har Rai, Guru Har Krishan, Guru Tegh Bahadur and Guru Gobind Singh. Guru Har Gobind was the first one to guide the two swords as the symbol for Sikhs, which symbolized the spiritual Piri and temporal Miri authority and represented the combination of the Bhakti and Shakti. Guru Arjan Dev compiled Adi Granth and Sukhmani. Guru Amar Das collected hymns. He founded Manjir Sikh Religious Administrative Unit. Guru Ram Das founded Amritsar. Guru Gobind Singh founded the Khalsa Panth and compiled supplementary Granth called Dasan Parchada Granth. 2. Question 5. Q. Match list I with list 2 and select the correct answer using the code given below the lists. 2009. List I. Famous person. List 2. Well known for. A. Mandakini Amte 1. Theatre direction. B. Neelam Mansingh Chaudhary 2. Social service and community leadership. C. Romila Tapatri. Dance. D. Venishri Rao 4. History writing. A, B, C, D. 2431. B. 2341. C. 1432. D. 1342. Answer A. Question 6. Q. Consider the following statements regarding the Chikiya Kuttu form of dance. 2000. 1. It is performed by Chikiya caste. 2. It cannot be traditionally witnessed by the higher caste Hindus. 3. Mizavu is the accompanying instrument. 4. Its theatre form is called Kutambalam. Which of these statements are correct? 1, 3 and 4, B, 1, 2 and 3, C, 2, 3 and 4, D, 1, 2 and 4, answer A. Chikiya Kuttu. This dance form is believed to have been introduced to Kerala by the early Aryan immigrants and is performed only by the members of the Chikiya caste. A highly orthodox type of entertainment, it can be staged inside temples only and witnessed by the Hindus of the higher castes. The theatre is known as Kutambalam. The story is recited in a quasi-dramatic style with emphasis on eloquent decorations with appropriately suggestive facial expressions and hand gestures. The only accompaniments are the cymbals and the drum known as the mizavu, made of copper with a narrow mouth on which is stretched a piece of parchment. 1. Question 6. Question 7. Q. Match list I with list 2 and select the correct answer using the code given below the lists. 2009. List I. Famous person. List 2. Well known as A. Amrita Sher-Gilvan. Dancer B. Bhimsen Joshi 2. Painter C. Rukmini Devi Rundel 3. Poet D. Suryakant Tripathi Nirala 4. Singer A. B. C. D. 2143 B. 2413 C. 3142 D. 3412 Answer B. Question 8. Q. Consider the following pairs. 2009. 1. Virka, a traditional martial art, Kerala. 2. Mudhubani, a traditional painting, Bihar 3. Singhi Kaba Sindhu Darshan Festival, JMK. Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? 1 and 2 only, B. 3 only. C. 2 and 3 only, D. 1, 2 and 3 answer, C. Question 9. Q. With reference to Indian history, who among the following is a future Buddha, yet to come to Soviet world? 2018. Avalokiteshvara, B. Lokeshvara. C. Maitreya, D. Padmapani answer, C. Thank you. Our email is hello@civilstab.com.